ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Tyler Talks Podcast. I have not done an episode of the podcast in a while because I have not been working on the channel as much, but lately I've been getting lots of videos out, costume review, 5 easy card tricks, and the fun vlog and all that stuff. But this one is a Tyler Talks podcast episode because, we have to keep up with the Tyler Talks podcast episodes because the more we do the podcast episode, the better. Now, it's not really like a podcast, but dang, this mic is itchy. So, sometimes these mics do not work very good. So, the only reason why we have this mic on today is because I'm using the boom mic in this video. So, yeah. Sorry, the cable. So, this episode today, I'm undoing the cable so that way we have this is how long my cable is to my mic. And so, there. So my MacBook is updating right now. I'm doing Mac OS Sierra or Sierra, something like that. I don't know what the heck these are called. Well, yeah, that's why I have my mic on today, because it kind of itches me sometimes. Ooh, that thing's probably steaming hot. I should probably go get my fan thing. Well, now that we're into the video, it's too late now. So let's get into the camera gear. That is what today's episode of Tyler Talks Podcast, the episode of Tyler Talks Podcast is going to be about camera gear. Because in the Tyler Talks Podcast, each episode we talk about something different. And in this episode, it's camera gear, like I said. Now, if you're going to do a video, you need good quality. Now, if you're a beginner, you don't need nothing big. You don't need nothing huge. You just need this, a cellular device. This is my iPhone 6S. This is my case. Now, to do it, you can have a phone and you can vlog. Very simple. Now, to vlog, a lot of YouTubers need... I don't know where I sat my other one I was going to show in this episode, but I would have swore I brought it in. Maybe I didn't. Okay, well, a lot of vloggers want selfie sticks or things that are called mini tripods, which are about this tall. And this is a version of one right here, about this tall, about as tall as my face. And what it does is you can screw your camera on there so you can do vlogging like this, and you can vlog. Now, this is a Manfrotto. Manfrotto is the brand of the tripod I'm using right now. Now, tripods are also another thing, but we'll get to that in a minute. This one spreads out like this, and then it's got a ball head. Now, they make Joby GorillaPod. A Joby GorillaPod is basically this, but it can wrap around things. You know what I mean? So, that is... two options that you can use. Now, when vloggers have these, they also vlog with their phones. So I say it's a phone mount. And this is a phone mount right here. And this is the Manfrotto one that came with this. It came with it. Just like this. I got this at Best Buy. And it screws on. And it's a clamp. Got an itchy eye. And basically boom, you're done. Now you got yourself a little vlog rig for that. So, that's what I'm saying. You can hold it up just like this. Now, if you want to go with a different approach and you want to use, like, a vlog camera, like how YouTubers have cameras that they hold like this and vlog like this, I have one of those, and that's this right here. This is a vlog camera. This is a Canon. I know, it's Canon. It doesn't look like a Canon, but it is. It's a Canon PowerShot ELPH. ELPH, it's ELPH. Canon PowerShot ELPH 350HS. And you hit this button right here. It opens up. There you go. And the record button's here. And Roman Atwood or a lot of other vloggers just hold it just like this. And they vlog. Now, some YouTubers, they like Alex Wasabi. If you guys watch Alex Wasabi, he uses the same exact tripod. He uses the Manfrotto Pixie. That's what this is, the Manfrotto Pixie. He uses this, and he puts the same type of camera, not the same camera. I'm pretty sure he has the G7X, and then he puts it on there, and you can vlog like this. So it's kind of more your hands down and it's not as bad to vlog. FouseyTube, he uses this. A lot of YouTubers tape this because it rattles. That's just my shutter, but I don't know. I don't understand why they say shutter. But yeah, good camera quality. Like I said, let's go back to camera quality. So you can use an iPhone. If you don't want to use an iPhone, you can buy one of these, like I said, the Canon PowerShot. Or if you don't want to buy a Canon PowerShot and you want to go like more big, then you can get one of these. This is kind of a DSLR. DSLR is more of the bigger cameras like Casey Neistat uses. This is more of the camera that this kid named Kid Behind a Camera uses. Check out his channel. He's got the Angry Grandpa show and all that stuff. But it opens up just like this. And this is called a camcorder. And I like this because you can flip the screen around and vlog like this. And this has got good quality on it. You guys can see I'm filming on my iPad. There's kind of a little tour this way and that way. And basically it's got really good quality, as you guys can see. It's like infinite screens. But, yeah, I really like it. And you can shut the shutter on there, and then you can just kind of hold it like this. Record button, picture button, record button. So yeah, there's two cameras, and there's the Manfrotto Pixie and the clamp. Now, audio. You have to have good audio. Now, audio means one of these, maybe. Maybe you want to go this route. A lavalier. I call it a lav because a lav is an easier statement for it, but it's called a lavalier. Now, a lavalier is a small little thing. Let me unclamp it. Let me undo it. Okay, so this is a lavalier. I'm going to take off the little, I'm not going to tell you what that is yet, but this is basically a lavalier. It's on right now, so you might be a little loud. But it's got a clamp here. It's called an alligator clip. That's what they call it, an alligator clip from this way. Kind of looks like a sweeper, but kind of looks like an alligator's mouth. And then this is the mic head. That's the mic head. That's the mic body. That's the mic's input. And it just clips right here in this groove. This right here is called a windscreen because when you're outside, it'll be. Can you guys hear that? Well, when I put this on, you might not be able to hear it as bad. Uh-oh. My update is finished. Oh well, I'll figure it out in a minute. And you put it through your shirt, pull it down, clip it to your shirt, and you're good to go. A lot of people like to conceal them in movie shoots or something. You can take it off the clip and tape it under your shirt. So if you don't want it moving, you can just take it off the clip, unclip it, tape it under your shirt, and you're good to go. And this one is one I got off Amazon. Pretty cheap. They got like the Rode Smart Lav and all that stuff. Now, if you're doing like a podcast like we're doing right now, you might go this route, which is a boom, kind of is what they call it. And there's a lot of different parts to these. So I'm going to take off these different parts. I'm going to leave this on because I don't like taking it on and off. So I'll take it off in a minute. So this right here is a windscreen. It's just like this tiny one, but a giant version. This right here is a mic. Reporters might use it. It's not really one they use on a boom pole, but I call it a boom mic or a condenser because that's what it is actually called, is a condenser. But I got it off Amazon. It don't work that good, but you know, it works good enough. And this is called the mic. This is called the windscreen. This is called the shock mount. Now, why they call it a shock mount, I will tell you. Because a shock usually is a jolt. A jolt in a mic is called a jolt. Now, before we get any more, when the windscreen's on there, when it's not on there, if it pops or something, they call that plosives. I was going to tell you guys that. Plosives. So this is, well, it was. So this is a shock mount. Basically, these two clamps open this up, and these are rubber bands. See, I can pull them. And they go on this hook, and when the mic moves, See, it rocks inside these rubber bands. So if someone stomped on the floor and it shook it, the mic would stay in there and it would shake it, but the rubber bands would help it stay steady, and this would move and this would stay still. That's kind of a little explanation. If you guys want to get into more depth of that, you can guys look up shock mount or something like that. Now, this is something called a mic arm. This right here. And then I have the clamp over there, but this is called a mic arm, and it's got 4 springs on there. It's got this to tighten it up, this to go in the clamp, and that's to screw on the mount. It just opens and closes. You can put it down and kind of do this. It swivels, and this goes up and down, and then you can swivel. You can make it nice and straight if you want to. So you can use it as a boom pole if you want to have the shock mount and all that with it. You can, or you can just buy a boom pole. Okay? Okay. And that's what, it sits in there, and then you can pull it out, just like that. And then this screws right on there. Just like this. Pull it however you want it. Then you just take this. I'm going to have to watch my time because time's almost up. Because anything over 15 minutes I can't upload. And then put this right on over, and there you go. And now you got yourself a mic. Sorry about my mic's moving camera. I'm going to turn this way a little. Or no, keep it there. Sorry about that. And that's basically all you do is you keep it on there, and you can tilt it down. Or you can have it hanging above by doing this little move right here. Whoops. Comes right out of the thing. And then you can kind of have it however you would like. It's up to you on how that goes. The next thing, if you're going to use this type of a mic, I recommend if you're not outside with this thing right here, if you're not outside with this mic in particular, I do not recommend using this if you're not outside because it doesn't pick it up as good. It looks like it's moving on the camera. I recommend picking one of these up. This is a pop filter. This material right here is this basically, but this is a little like silky. And you would clamp it to the mic arm, put it right here. That way you can go or whatever you want to do with it. And then it just clamps onto whatever you want. That's what I use it for. If I'm inside most of the time. A lot of the time, I'm going to put that back in there. But most of the time, I usually keep this on there just because it's not as, big and bulky as I was saying. But, next up, lighting. Or before we do lighting, I'm going to go ahead and do remote shooting. And that's with this. Right here you can rotate the camera, you can hit record, rotate the camera, and zoom in and out. It's got this little clamp that you can clamp right onto a tripod or selfie stick, whatever you'd like to clamp it onto. Lighting. Right here, I have my lighting up there. I will turn and show. Now I also have the lighting. I also have the lighting for my LED tape. That's what this line is right here. This line right there, that's LED tape. Or you have this. This is a plug-in one. You plug it in, hit the button, and it goes. You have to charge it. But hey, better than nothing. And this is a light that goes on a tripod. I got this at a bookstore actually, and I found it by accident. And you can just open it up and wrap it around things, and you get really good lighting. So I'm just going to use it and show you guys. It's a little bright, but it works. It's a little blinding, so you probably don't want to stare at that for too long. But yeah. Alright guys, well that's the roundup for the Tyler Talks podcast. That's all I got. Thank you for watching the Tyler Talks podcast. Goodbye.